Good morning, team. Today we are going to talk about starting a Tark Tiny K Facebook page. We know that during COVID-19, group gatherings are at best of times limited and frequently discouraged. And so we know that one of the most important things that parents tell us has been helpful is our in-person parent connection groups. And unfortunately, we're going to have to cancel those until further notice. What we'd like to try is a private Facebook group for parent connections. So it would be current families only, and joining in order to curb fake profiles, which means somebody might create their own profile and join our group, not really being a parent with Tiny K. We are going to ask some joining questions in order to try and make sure that they actually are currently in services. We're also going to monitor for trolling, and so part of that is we know that parents often are connecting because they're in a very sensitive place in their lives. They need support, they're looking for answers, and sometimes those situations can get heated quickly. But trolling is kind of another level. It's people that are intentionally trying to start issues with other people that are truly posting in order to connect. So we're going to go over some internet safety and cyberbullying topics today, so that we can help our parents have a safe and empowering group. We want parents to be able to post and to share freely with each other. We want to encourage positivity and support. So let's talk a little bit about cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is bullying that takes place using electronic technology. So whether that's on a phone or a tablet or a computer, it would all be considered cyberbullying. And it's any type of harassing, threatening, demeaning, or embarrassing of another person online. And what we really have to watch for is that a lot of times cyberbullying is thought of as just something that impacts kids, but actually adults can be cyberbullied too. And so we need to take this seriously. In fact, 37% of adults experienced severe online harassment. And so part of the other issue is that with this being a public group, those things that people used to say, or they might make a snide remark in a text message to one other person, is now going out to our entire Facebook group. And so we really have to be thoughtful and be making sure that we're monitoring for this for all time. We know there could be some legal considerations with this group, and so we will have to monitor it closely, particularly for cyberbullying. In the past, courts have protected the rights of school districts to write and enforce policies if cyberbullying impacts the safety of the student or the school. We have a unique situation here because our students are infants and toddlers, and so our Facebook group and the people that are posting are really the parents. And so it's going to be unclear how courts would rule if it were adults interacting and participating in some of the cyberbullying or harassing instances. So this is somewhat new territory, and we're unclear on how exactly that would happen in a court. But there are also Kansas laws that specifically cite telecommunications as potential crimes against the public peace. And so I'm certain that, I'm hopeful that although we shouldn't have any issues because most of these parents are going in an attempt to connect positively with another parent, if there are any issues, we could potentially pull in the local police department if needed. And on top of legal considerations, there are really other ethical considerations. Cyberbullying can have a serious and lasting impact on mental health. Some of the effects can be depression, anxiety. There is a link between cyberbullying and suicide, both attempts and suicides. which have a devastating impact. And we don't want our Facebook group to have any contain any negativity that might lead a person down that road. What we do know is that the way a person receives cyberbullying could be different. Some people are able to move past it or disconnect from it, but others, it really impacts them strongly. And because we don't know, we have to apply the same considerations for all members of the group, because we don't know how it will impact somebody, and we want to make sure everybody is safe and stays in that empowering place. In order to do that, we are going to be proactive in clearly stating at the joining point that our community will be respectful to all members, reminding all of our participants that information on the internet is permanent. We will talk about the definition of cyberbullying as part of the joining requirements. And then we will also encourage that if there are any instances of cyberbullying on our page, we're going to encourage parents to document and report any of those instances to us. And then again, depending on the severity of it, we might also pull in the local police department. We want to monitor all posts so that we can ensure that the responses are treated in a fair, ethical, and equitable manner. And so we really want to be consistent in how we view posts, how we look at them. It's going to be gray area sometimes to determine what is cyberbullying and what's not. So we're going to have to work as a team and really discuss any posts that are questionable. If you need any further information, these are the resources that I used to put this presentation together. Thanks so much.